How you doing, everybody? Icy here. I want to talk a little bit about what's going on with the border situation and the difference between Trump and Biden. Just so people know, on Biden's first day in public office, he wrote 6 executive orders and several directives changing how things were happening down at our southern border. And he also put a statement out that if anyone makes it into the country before January 1st of 2021, they would have a pathway to citizenship within the United States. Interesting, right? Why else would all these people be coming across the border? I mean, since Joe Biden's been in office, the estimate is 20 million. 10 million just last year alone. 10 million people in 2023. Total for his time is close to 20 million illegals coming into this country. Now, let's just say there's a big difference between 20 million and Trump only had just slightly over 2 million in his entire time in office. So Biden has far surpassed him in letting illegals into this country. Biden has far surpassed Donald Trump in allowing persons that are on the terror watch list to enter into the United States. Let's see, on Trump 2017, there were only 2 persons that were on the terrorist watch list that were apprehended. There were 6 in 2018, 0 in 2019, and 3 in 2020. And then Joe Biden, his first term in office, 2021, we had 15 persons apprehended at our border that were on the terror watch list. And the very next year, 2022, 98 were apprehended that were on the terror watch list. And halfway through 2023, it was 69 that were on the terror watch list. So you have to ask yourself, that's only halfway through and it was already at 69? And these people are on the terror watch list. Here's the other question. How many of them actually got away? This administration is currently in the White House, has brought it upon themselves to destroy the United States as we know it. They place the needs of illegals over the needs of citizens. They place the needs of criminals over the needs of citizens. With the changes in the law, they're not going to, prosecute criminals. They're going to give them a second chance. Illegals are not supposed to be called illegals anymore. They're newcomers. I mean, you can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig. I don't care what you want to say. You can change the words all you want. They're still basically criminal, illegal aliens, because crossing this border illegally into the United States is a crime. So, what are we going to do about it? You have to do it at the ballot box, people. You have to sit there and say, which is more important to you on a personal level? To vote party line because that's what you've done your entire life. That's what your family's done their entire lives. So you have to vote party line. Or are you going to wake up, see what's going on, and vote to secure this country? But that's my opinion. You can take it or leave it, do what you want. And now I've got one additional one. There was a recent article that Joe Biden is going to delay signing a bill because he wants to ensure that a pride flag can be flown over top of all U.S. embassies and U.S. government buildings. So let me ask this. Why? If people know that you're gay, you're gay. That's a lifestyle, okay? It's not pounded into your head. You're not forced to participate. It's something you choose to do. So why do we have to celebrate it? I mean, think about it. If the gay and lesbian population in the United States consists of only 9% according to last statistics from 2023. So we're looking at 9% of the U.S. population of over 350 million people admits to being gay or lesbian. Out of that 9%, just under 1% of that admits to being transgender. So we are going to have a month-long celebration and change the rules to allow a flag other than the U.S. flag to fly in front of federal buildings. It makes no sense. I mean, think about it. You have Black History Month. You've got Pride Month. You've got Hispanic Heritage. I don't know if it's a month or a week, whatever. Asian Heritage, Indigenous People Heritage. Let's put things in perspective. You people want to say that, you keep screaming we're trying to destroy democracy. Look up the definition of democracy and see if we're trying to destroy it. 70% of the United States is white. 70%. 19% Latino. I think it was 14% black. 8% Asian, thereabouts. Okay, that's just skin color, and that's all it is. If you're born in this country, you're American. I don't look at your skin color. I look at you, the person inside your head, okay? How you act, how you treat people. That's what makes you distinguished from other people, not your skin color. Not your race, not your politics. You, the person, the individual. That's what makes you who you are. Now, if you're going to fly a pride flag in front of a federal building because a fringe group, okay, I'm saying fringe because they're only 9% of the population, demand it, to be perfectly fair, you have to also fly for a month heterosexual pride flag. Or, if you really want to get dicey about it, you've got Black Lives Matter flag, you've got the pride flag. How about a white pride flag being flown in front of federal buildings? You're shocked, right? God forbid, that's racist. So is a pride flag, so is a Black Lives Matter flag, so is anything that separates a group from another. Racism means you're targeting someone based upon their race, their ethnicity, their gender, sexual orientation, racism. So if you're going after one, you have to go after the other. If you're going to promote the one, you have to promote the other. You have to be totally fair, straight down the middle. Now, why are we having all these stupid celebrations for all these different groups? Because that's what is being taught in schools. Since the 1970s, when the creation of the Department of Education happened, they did away with teaching history. And they imported social studies. So now you have to focus on the social aspects of people and not the actual history of the people, which includes everything. So if you want to make it fair, get rid of social studies, bring back history. And when you teach history, you teach the history that I learned. I had to study African Asian culture in history. It was required in school back in the 70s because what happened to the blacks was unfair, coming over here as slaves. But at the same time, what happened to the Irish being brought over here to the Americas as slaves is also unfair. But nobody talks about that because the Irish were white skinned, the blacks are black skinned, so you have a way to differentiate between the two, so you can call it racism against one but not the other. See the stupidity of it? A slave is a slave. It has nothing to do with your skin color, has nothing to do with anything else. So, let's do this. Get rid of social studies. Teach history. If you teach history, then you teach the history of all the people within the United States. You call it indigenous. I call them Native Americans. You can even teach gay history and say, why did it come out? Make it part of history. Don't cram it down people's throats because you demand a special, special flag and a special month-long celebration. I'm sorry. Celebrating the fact that you like to have sex with another guy or sex with another girl is not cause to celebrate and force people to accept it. You're already being accepted. You can already get married. Why do you got to keep pushing buttons? I mean, if you're going to do that, then you're going to start seeing straight pride flags going up. You're going to see white pride flags going up. It's going to keep this nation divided. You want to stop the division? Stop preaching division. Stop claiming I'm an African American, I'm a Latino American, I'm a Mexican American. If you're born in this country, you're American, so pull your head out of your butt and act like an American. ICY out.